Rich Hoefer. I'm serving as treasurer of Faith Academy, serving on the board, and I'd like to talk to you today about a couple of ideas for creative ways financially to support Faith Academy. Ways that the emphasis really isn't to save you taxes, but that if you can lower your taxes, you can give more. Just let me ask you a question. Do you happen to own stock, land, or any other assets gone up in value? Now, you might be wanting to sell that, but if you sell it and then you give a donation, you got to pay taxes on your gain and you don't have as much money to give. And that's bad. But if you donate all or part of that asset directly to Faith Academy, you get a tax deduction, you pay no capital gains, and you have more to give. And that's good. For example, maybe the asset went up to $10,000, but you might have to pay $2,000 in capital gains taxes if you sold it. And so you only have $8,000 left, but if you donate the $10,000 asset to Faith Academy, no capital gains, Faith Academy has the whole $10,000. Option 2, will you be 72 or better by the end of this year? If you have IRAs or retirement accounts, you have to take your required minimum distribution. It's kind of, think of the dirty word, it's called RMDs. And you got to pay tax on this money. And it might make you pay more tax on your Social Security. And that's bad. But instead of thinking it as RMD, think of required minimum distribution, think of RMD as how to realize more donations. You can use your RMDs to do your charitable giving. If you donate directly to your IRA, to Faith Academy from your IRA, it satisfies part of your RMD. You don't pay any tax on this money, and you might reduce the income tax you pay on Social Security. This is good. For example, take $10,000 from your IRA to satisfy your required minimum distribution. You have to pay income tax on this money, probably at least 20%, leaving only $8,000 again to donate. But instead, transfer the $10,000 right to Faith Academy. There is no income tax, plus Faith Academy has the full $10,000. So I think I got a couple of more ideas of what RMD might stand for. It might stand for restoring more desires, which is good. How about realizing more donations? That's good. Re-educating more donors, which is good. And in fact, even if you're not quite 72, but you're 70 and a half, you can do QCDs, they call it, qualified charitable distributions, right from your IRA. You never put it on your income tax. And something I learned only myself just about a month and a half ago, you can even get a checkbook from your IRA. Now I've got an IRA checkbook. I want to make a donation. I don't write a personal check. I just write an IRA check, comes right out of the retirement account. Nobody ever pays any tax. And we can make more donations because realizing more donations is good.